saw Elon release his FUD, and we saw right after that China release its FUD. Okay? And then this morning, with all this, the fear getting really scary and all things like this, Elon doesn't say anything. And then this morning, you saw all the whales and all their super rich people start to pull. Now, you need to understand what happens when these pulls occur. Does this mean everybody is selling all their stuff? Okay, we went from 42,000. We got really weak at these points right here, and then we went to 42,000. Everybody expected it to go down to about 38 right here. Okay, this is the point right here where we're hitting about max fear and the line was being held. This is the point where everybody was saying the bear market was going to be over. So I strongly suggest all the whales and the people who are in control of these things, they started selling, I think, before Elon Musk started tweeting. I think Elon Musk was up to something. I really don't trust the guy after any of this. Anyways, you started to see this right here, and fear was just really building up right here. But if they had pulled their cards around this point right here, we probably would have jumped to 38. They needed to go and get it down to 38 so they could pull their cards right here, because everybody's stop losses, everybody's stops in where if they were long, they get liquidated at, which is basically where they have to sell. Okay, or the exchanges are going to sell for the people. It was about around 35. Okay, it was about around 35. On top of this, look at this time of this dump. It's when everybody's literally awake and people are most consistently to dump. Okay? It was at 38 all night. It was at 38 all night, sitting around in China where the FUD came out at. And so about this morning, everybody gets up, whales dump. At this time right here, Elon Musk starts tweeting, Tesla has diamond hands. And you have to understand just how dramatic this is and why I didn't sell this entire time. I really wish I'd sold right here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here tooting my horn saying I read the market perfectly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this entire time, all of this was due to FUD. No whales were selling. No big names were selling. Nothing crazy was going on in any other stats other than in the news. So about this time, Elon Musk starts tweeting on cue, sketchy as hell, and we go absolutely ham up here. And what actually happened in this time, what you need to understand about these dips right here is it's not actually as severe as it looks. What happens is about right here, everybody has their auto sells on, or over leveraged traders who were betting it to go to 38K and bounce back up. That was the limit everyone was betting on. Okay, everyone was betting 38K and it goes back up. So what these whales do, they first off pushed it below this. And so everybody that was betting right here that was long got liquidated. Then everybody had their stop losses at 35K and something crazy happened. They all sold. And then everybody else started panic selling from right here. That's exactly what happened. And so they pushed a lot of firms that were betting for it to go up. They pushed a lot of people who had a lot of money in out right here. Boom, it went up. And then once this happened, then once they kill everything, what happened to Coinbase, Voyager, every app out there? Am I accusing them of fraud or something like that? No, but Coinbase, every app became unusable. So you couldn't even buy this dip right here. So what happened? Whales don't buy Bitcoin or anything. They're not buying it like we are. Once everything got low, you couldn't buy the dip. The dip got bought up substantially. And you need to understand how much money just came in the market right here. If we look at the market cap just of Bitcoin right here, it went from a 600 billion, if I can speak right, market cap, all the way up to about 750 billion. $250 billion entered the market. If we look at the market cap of the entire market, I think we went down to like 1.2 trillion. Let's just look at today. We went down to 1.3 at our highest, and we're now at 1.75. $400 billion left the market and re-entered the market in the span of like an hour. Does this look like people don't want to buy this thing? And the reason why I, again, didn't stress over this when it was happening, I don't log in the coin market cap and look at the prices and see that I've lost 50% of my portfolio and get thrilled. But you have to recognize what's going on right here, because the only way you get really nuked right here, even if you wanted to exit, maybe you saw this dip today and you thought, oh man, I'm sick of crypto, time to exit. This was going to happen right here, because there's no way everything got timed perfectly with each other to do this. When I get really nervous about dips is when there's no news, when nothing's being said, and then the market just gets really shaky, and then it takes a big dip, especially when there hasn't been a big gain. Now, let's talk about what this means going forward. First off, you need to get on Twitter. All right, you need to be looking at the news. You need to be seeing what experienced traders are at least saying or looking at. You need to see why things are dipping. If you don't know why things are dipping, you are at such a disadvantage. Okay, I knew this entire time exactly when FUD was released, exactly what Elon Musk was doing, everything that was causing all these things. And then I watched this dip this morning. I watched it all last night, and I could literally see whales trying to push it down to 38, and I should have been a lot smarter and exited last night at 42 and got all this juicy buy up right here. But again, I thought we were going to 38, and I thought we were going to bounce from there. So that's why I didn't sell. And I again predicted that altcoins were going to pump around this point right here. But what does this mean for the market going forward? First off, we just saw nearly $400 billion exit and enter the market. Obviously, whales bought back in. On top of that, we just saw Elon Musk tweet out Tesla has diamond hands. A lot of the market fear just left. Everybody's expecting it to go nuts right here. And what you need to understand about when these dumps happen is usually the biggest bearish moves happen when this stuff happens. Why does this happen? So you have to understand, when we were at 64K, for example, I was having a really hard time seeing Bitcoin go up to 100K. And you have to understand, this dump is a really good thing. Could we be going into a bear market? In my opinion, 25% chance, 75% chance we're just about to go nuts, in my opinion. That's why I'm not selling, okay? And we'll talk about what you should be doing right now if you're stressed out here in a second. But at 64K right here, you have to understand that a vast majority of the market had bought at 10K, 20K, 30K. All these people right here are in massive profits. And so when this thing drops to like, I don't know, 58K, these people have massive incentive to sell. Okay, they're up so much, they're like, all right, time to just take my winnings off the table. This is called sell pressure. There's just too much of a good reason to sell. So anybody that also bought right here, as soon as they start seeing it dip, they start losing money on it. And so they want to hold it more. But the people that are way up and they see it dipping, they're like, time to take my gains. There's no reason not to take your gains. And then in these smaller dips right here, the people that just bought, they're incentivized to hold. But these people are vastly outnumbered by people in profits, so they're going to dump. So there's likely going to be a dump as these people take their profits. Now, as we go further down the train, more people who are not in profit start to enter the market, who are not in severe profit, and the people who are in severe profit leave the market. And then these people right here also come back in and rejoin the market at this point right here. Now you have to understand, when people buy in right here and buy in right here and it goes down like this, they're a lot less likely to sell. Okay, they're not going to sell these small losses right here. And the deeper we get down here, the more these people get forced out of their positions as well. Until there's a big giant dip where all the people that were already in profit big time, they sell. A lot of people that were in at 10K, 20K, they decide to take their profits. And the people that bought in right here, they're in massive pain, so they panic and spaz out and sell. We also just have all the things I've talked about before, and this forces those things to happen. Now, what then happens right here is we have everyone rebuy back in, like we just saw. And now everybody right here, one, they're probably going to hold a little bit past this. And so us going lower is a lot harder than it was before, because people are not in profit right here. So they're going to hold. They're not going to sell their investment at a loss. Okay? They want to make profits here. So we just saw everybody buy back in. Now everybody's in really large